At 3 a.m., she texted, "Come get me from Jake's or we're done." I said, "We're done." Then I sent her location to Jake's pregnant wife. By morning, she was begging for a place to stay after Jake's wife kicked her out. I, 32M, was deep asleep when I heard my phone buzz at 3:14 a.m. It was my girlfriend, Isla, 29 female, sending a text that turned everything upside down. She was at Jake's, urging me to pick her up right away or it was over. She said I had 20 minutes. That message hit me like a bucket of cold water. Jake was a coworker she claimed was just a friend. The same Jake who flooded her with texts and whose wife Bethany was 7 months pregnant. I quickly replied, "We're done." She shot back almost instantly, "Are you serious? I'm giving you a chance to show you care. You're at another guy's house at 3 a.m. What should I do? Prove that you'll fight for me? That you actually care?" I answered, "Nah, I'm good. Have Jake take you home." She started calling me, but I ignored it. Then the texts poured in. "You're pathetic. A real man would come rescue his woman. I was just testing you and you failed. Jake treats me better than you did. I'm staying here tonight. Hope you're happy." She even sent me her location pin, like that was some kind of power move. In my anger, I did something I thought was clever. I found Bethany on Facebook and sent her the screenshots and Isla's location. "Your husband has my girlfriend at your house at 3 a.m. Just thought you should know." She saw it at 3:31 a.m. By 4:15 a.m., my phone was buzzing like crazy. "Isla, what did you do?" "Bethany's here. She's freaking out. I need a place to crash. Please, I'm sorry," she texted. "She's throwing my stuff out." I silenced my phone and went back to sleep. When I finally woke up, I had 89 texts, 52 missed calls, and 16 voicemails. The best part? "You ruined everything. Bethany is divorcing Jake. I'm homeless because of you. My car's at Jake's, and Bethany won't let me get it. This is abusive what you did." Jake also chimed in, "Yeah, this dude had my number. What the hell? You wrecked my marriage." Isla was just drunk and needed a place to stay. "We're going to have a problem here," he said. I got messages from Isla's friends too. "You're disgusting for what you did to Isla. She's crying at my place, you monster." But the best message was from Bethany. "Thanks. I've had my suspicions for months. Jake tried to convince me she was just a friend who needed help. I even found her underwear in my bedroom. They're both out. I'm keeping the house. My name's on it. You saved me from wasting more years on this guy." Turns out Isla was at Jake's since 11 p.m. They had been drinking, and Bethany came home early, feeling sick, only to find them on the couch. Isla's things were literally tossed on Jake's lawn by morning. Bethany changed the locks by 8 a.m. Her brother was a locksmith. Jake's clothes were bagged up on the driveway. The drama escalated when I checked Instagram. Isla had been posting stories all night. At 11 p.m., she was with Jake, doing shots, captioned, "Work friends who play together." At midnight, she wore what was clearly Jake's shirt. Borrowed clothes hit different. By 1 a.m., she posted a mirror selfie in Jake's bathroom, "Feeling myself tonight." At 2 a.m., she posted a photo with wine on the couch, Netflix and chill vibes. She deleted them all by morning. But guess who had screenshots? Yep, me. Then there was a knock at my door. Isla and her mom, Diane. Isla was saying, "You need to let her in." And Diane started ranting, "She made a mistake." I replied, "No thanks. She doesn't live here." Isla was crying, saying, "Where am I supposed to go?" I shot back, "Jake's house. This isn't funny. My stuff is locked in there." I said, "Your car? It's at Jake's. Better go get it, then." "Bethany won't let me." "Sounds like a you problem." Diane flipped out. "I'll call the police. This is a legal eviction." I told her, "Please do. I'll show them she's not on the lease and never was." They finally left when Diane realized I wasn't budging, but not before Isla warned, "You're going to regret this. Jake will make you pay." Update 1. Jake made his move, showing up at my work with 2 of his buddies, Trevor and Manny. asking the receptionist to call me for an urgent family matter. I came down with my phone recording in my pocket. "We need to talk," Jake said, trying to act tough. "About what?" I asked. "You cost me my marriage." I shot back. "No. Sleeping with my girlfriend cost your marriage. She came onto me in your house." Trevor stepped up, saying, "Just apologize and pay for Jake's lawyer and we'll call it good." I actually laughed. "Pay for his divorce lawyer? Are you out of your mind? You started this mess." Manny chimed in, "You didn't have to snitch." I replied, "Snitch? What are we, 12? Security noticed the tension and came over. I told them, "These guys were just leaving." Jake pointed at me and warned, "This isn't over." I said, "It literally is, though." They left, but not before Trevor said they'd handle it another way. Security got their license plates and banned them from the building. That evening, Bethany messaged me again. "Jake's trying to say I'm having a breakdown and shouldn't have custody when the baby comes. Can you send me the Instagram screenshots? My lawyer needs them." I sent them right away. She replied, "You're a real one." Turns out, Jake's mom is on Bethany's side, disgusted with what her son did. She also mentioned this isn't the first time he cheated. Meanwhile, Isla was spiraling on social media, posting a long rant about toxic masculinity and how real men don't abandon women. Her friends loved it until someone else pointed out, "Didn't you cheat with a married man whose wife is pregnant?" The comments exploded. People tagged Bethany and Isla had to delete her post, but the screenshots were already out there. Then Isla made a huge mistake. She approached my mom. Update 3. My mom called me, laughing. "Isla just left. She tried to convince me you're abusive and controlling." I asked her what she said. "I told her you were at another man's house at 3 a.m. after making it clear I raised you better than to accept that nonsense." Apparently, Isla had prepared a full-on presentation like a PowerPoint about why I was wrong. My mom sat through it, munching on cookies that were supposed to bribe her, then said, "Sweetheart, you cheated with a married man while his wife was pregnant. No amount of cookies changes that." It gets even crazier. Isla and Jake decided to make it official and posted couple photos on Facebook. The comments were brutal. "Home wreckers deserve each other. Poor Bethany. Imagine being proud of this. His wife is pregnant. You demons." Jake's mom, Patricia, commented, disappointed but not surprised. Bethany, being amazing, responded, "You'll always be my daughter-in-law in my heart." Jake's brother chimed in, "You're dead to me." Their announcement post got roasted so hard they deleted it in hours. But the real karma came at work. Jake and Isla worked at the same place in different departments, but with the same company policy on relationship disclosures. They didn't disclose, and someone, definitely not me but possibly Bethany, reported them to HR with screenshots and timestamps showing this had been going on for months. They were both called into meetings and suspended pending investigation. Isla called me in tears. "You got me fired." I replied, "You got yourself fired. Company policy is clear. I need money for a lawyer." I told her to ask Jake, he's broke now. Bethany froze their accounts. "Tough luck. Please. I'm sorry. I made a mistake." I shot back, "No, you made choices for months. This wasn't a mistake. It was a pattern." Then she hung up on me. Update 4. The work investigation came to a close. Jake was fired for misusing company property. Apparently, he booked conference rooms for their hookups and charged client dinners that were actually dates with Isla. Isla got canned too for falsifying timesheets. She'd been clocking in but leaving early to meet Jake. But it gets better. Bethany's divorce lawyer was brilliant. Jake had been using marital assets for the affair, and with proof of cheating, she got the house and primary custody when the baby arrives, plus child support and alimony for 2 years. As for Jake's truck, which was in both names, the judge awarded it to Bethany. Jake had to move back in with his mom at 35, with no job, no car, and a baby on the way that he'll only see every other weekend. Patricia told everyone at church what he did, and now the whole congregation knows. She makes him stand up during prayer requests for redemption from sin. Last week's sermon was titled, "The Jake in Your Life, Avoiding Sin," and he had to sit in the front row. As for Isla, her landlord found out she hadn't been living in her apartment. She'd essentially been crashing with me and staying at Jake's too. Violation of her lease. She got a 30-day notice to vacate. Now, no job, no apartment, and no car. She sold hers months ago, saying, "We don't need 2 cars, babe." Then she was couch surfing among friends who began to tire of her drama. She tried one last manipulation, showing up at my apartment with a pregnancy test, claiming, "I'm pregnant." I replied, "Congrats. Is it Jake's?" Her face turned red. "It's yours," she said. "Interesting. When did you take the test?" I asked. "This morning." I asked to see it. She handed it over, and I noticed 2 lines. Positive. I pulled out my phone and did a reverse image search. It turned out the exact photo of the pregnancy test was on a Pinterest board from 2019 announcing a pregnancy. "Really? You're using Pinterest photos?" She snatched the test back and ran off. Haven't seen her since. Final update. Everything wrapped up in a way that felt satisfying. Jake tried to contest the divorce but lost. He claimed Bethany was mentally unfit because she got emotional when she kicked him out, but the judge just laughed. He was ordered to pay $1,800 a month in child support once the baby arrives, plus $1,000 in alimony. With no job, he had to take the first gig available, overnight stocking at a grocery store. His mom drives him to work since he can't afford a car. His ex-friends created a group chat called Jake Freezone, where they share memes about him, and one of them even turned his divorce filing into a meme template that went viral. As for Isla, things got worse before they got better. Actually, no, they just got worse. She applied for jobs, but every place Googled her, found the drama, and she got no callbacks. She finally landed a job at a call center in a town over but had to take 3 buses to get there. Her friend group imploded when she tried to date one of their boyfriends, apparently thinking it would work since it did with Jake. The girlfriend caught her sending nudes, and that was the last straw. They all cut her off. Isla temporarily moved in with her mom, but Diane charged her rent at market rate. "You're an adult. Act like one," she said. The last I heard from Isla was a text from a new number. "I know you hate me, but I really did love you. Jake was a mistake. I was testing you to see if you'd fight for me." I replied, "A real woman wouldn't have been at another man's house at 3 a.m. We're done. Stop contacting me." She tried one last time, saying, "I'm struggling. Can't you help me out just once for what we had?" I texted back, "What we had was you cheating with a married man whose wife was pregnant. No, block that number too." Bethany had her baby last week, a healthy girl named Victoria, because she said she was victorious. Jake has to pay child support now, but can't afford it on his grocery store salary, so they're garnishing his wages. Patricia makes him go to church every Sunday, where Pastor Jim uses him as an example in sermons about temptation and destroying families. Last week's sermon was called "The Jake in Your Life, Avoiding Sin," and he had to sit at the front. As for me, I'm doing great. I got promoted at work, and management appreciated how I handled Jake's confrontation. I started dating Portia, a software engineer I met at a boot camp. She thinks my story is better than reality TV and regularly asks for updates about Isla and Jake's continued downfall. Just last week, I found out they aren't even together anymore, which is no surprise since when you build a relationship on cheating and lies, it doesn't last. Who would have guessed? Jake's trying to date on apps now, but his profiles keep getting found and roasted in local Facebook groups. Isla posted on Instagram about rising from the ashes with a selfie at the call center. 12 likes. Her mom commented, "Pay your rent." To anyone facing ultimatums at 3 a.m., just say no. Let them decide. Document everything, and never take back someone who uses another person against you. The best part? Isla's Pinterest pregnancy test photo is now a meme on Reddit, used to mock fake pregnancy announcements. She's internet famous, just not in the way she wanted. Cool. P.S. Jake, if you're reading this, and I know you are because Trevor told everyone you're obsessed with finding this post, your mom asked me to let you know that Pastor Jim wants to meet with you about next Sunday's sermon. It's a journey from Jake to Jesus, a true redemption tale. You'd better show up, or you might find yourself still living in her basement.